And we welcome you inside the Moore Fitness Center for AAC men's basketball. Columbia, South Carolina. Kay Crenshaw with you on the CIU Sports Network as CIU looks to win their 6th game overall in a row and improve to 5-0 in the AAC, but it'll be a tough test with the Bluefield Rams in town. Bluefield 2-3 on the season, looking to snap a 2-game skid with back-to-back losses to Washington, Adventist, and at Johnson. Over the weekend, a 4-point loss, 75-71 for Bluefield. A joust up in the middle, won by Bluefield. Elijah White, Quantavis McKinney, Christian Bullock, Donovan Martin, and Danny Alford starting 5 on the floor. It's White who follows up with second chance points to kick off the scoring. The sophomore guard leads Bluefield with close to 18 points per game. Jalen Brinson across the timeline for the Rams. Over to Darian Oates, joined on the floor by Bryce Causing in the post, Christian Howard and DeAnthony Heathcock. Foul whistled in the lane. It's going to go against Christian Bullock, his first. Bluefield's first team foul. A non-shooting foul, 30 seconds in. CIU fresh off of a 3-point win on the road at Tennessee Wesleyan on Saturday. Brinson, left wing. Bounce pass over for Darian Oates. Back up top, Brinson. Swing it around, Causey right arc. 10 to shoot. Brinson back at the straightaway, finds Oates left side. Oates working it back to the middle. Over for Brinson. Lob underneath for Heathcock. Stopped and taken away by Bluefield. It was McKinney there to knock it down. Bluefield ahead early on, 2-0 with the basketball. Now a full minute in. 3-ball launched from Bullock, and it drops. Christian Bullock, the senior out of Goldsboro, North Carolina, knocks down his 6th 3 of the season. Now 6 of 10 on the year from beyond the arc. Causey feeds Heathcock down low. One dribble in the paint, left hand, turnaround, drop. For the senior out of Cartersville, Georgia, averaging close to 13 points a game, puts CIU on the board, trailing 5-2. Bluefield basketball at the logo. White left side into the hands of Martin. Working on Causey. Martin drives. Right hand high off the window and in. Donovan Martin, the second leading scorer for Bluefield, works his way into the book. 7-2 Bluefield. Brinson baseline floater connects. 7-4 Bluefield. 2 minutes in. Martin's high dribble sneaks away from him. Knocked away by CIU. Going to be Bluefield basketball over on the baseline. A slippery spot down the opposite baseline. And in light of that, Bluefield going to make a substitution here and bring on Tyben Sturm in the place of Martin. Sturm, a grad student transfer from the University of Alaska Fairbanks. Strom back in the corner for Elijah White, the corner 3. Pinball's out. 2 minutes in, Columbia International with the basketball, trailing by 3. Darian Oates, step back tying shot lifted, left short. Howard the offensive glass. Pass back to the perimeter, taken away by Alford. Up the 4 for Bluefield. It's McKinney just inside the right corner, a long 2, and he buries it. A 9-4 Bluefield advantage. 2.5 minutes gone by. Brinson around a screen. Dishes to Causey in the corner. Pump fake drive. Stops just outside the lane. Feeds back to Brinson. On the right arc. Underneath Heathcock. Low post. Shot put off the glass. A 9-6 Bluefield lead. Bluefield starting out this game 4 of 6 from the floor. The Rams 2 of 3. Here's Strom, a right elbow jumper. Clanks off the left side. Oates, right wing, back to the straightaway. Feeds Heathcock. Now underneath. Howard low post. Spin move to the basket. Fouled in the paint. Foul whistled against Strom. Sturm, excuse me, his first, and Bluefield's second team foul. Christian Howard at the stripe, 1 for 4 on the early season as the junior out of Ohio. Knocks down the first here today. It's 9-7 Bluefield. Rams within 2. Two for 2 from the stripe for Christian Howard. He makes it a 1-point deficit. Bluefield basketball led by 15th-year head coach Richard Morgan. Has won over 200 games in his career at Bluefield. Took over just prior to the 2009-2010 season. Laid up and in from Sturm from the right side to extend the Bluefield lead back to 3. Howard, right baseline, into the paint, left hand turnaround. Christian Howard with 4 early points, and Columbia International trails 11-10. 4 minutes gone by. Elijah White to the basket. Too much on a roll. The bounce saved by Heathcock, but back in the hands of Alford, who lays it up and in. 13-10 Bluefield, under 16 to play in the first half. Pass to Heathcock, knocked away, loose ball picked up by McKinney. Quantavious McKinney back out for Sturm. Now in the hands of White, Virginia Beach, Virginia sophomore. For McKinney at the charity stripe. 10 seconds to shoot. Backing down Heathcock. Right hand bounces up and off, and a foul whistled on the rebound against DeAnthony Heathcock. His first. Columbia International's first team foul. CIU bringing on 3 fresh faces as Brinson, Howard, and Causey head of the sidelines. We see Jalen Jeter, James Davis, and Brandon Hunt all check on for CIU. Quick inbounds pass. Intercepted by Heathcock, but then back out of bounds. Bullock to toss in from the corner. Sideline angle. He's able to get it in for Alford. Now back up top for Sturm. 8 seconds to shoot for Bluefield. In the hands of Bullock. Driving middle of the lane, 5 seconds to shoot. Bounces off the left side of the iron. Trying to put it back up is Alford. He's fouled and 1. Foul goes against Jalen Jeter, his first. Columbia International's second team foul. As Danny Alford steps to the line, the sophomore out of Emporia, Virginia. And he completes the 3-point play. CIU in the break there, bringing on Johnny Wysong. Fresh off the bench, the freshman out of Easley, South Carolina, gets his first game minutes of the afternoon. He's now stepped into competition all 7 times this season off the bench. James Davis just inside the arc, underneath. Brandon Hunt loses his handle, stolen away by Bluefield. Bullock back up top for White. They're looking to set the offense. McKinney on the baseline, defended by Wysong. Jumper left short. Turnaround. Brandon Hunt off the mark. Baseline, pump fake. Sturm, fade away, Jay. Left short. Off the front iron from Oates, poked back out to him by Brandon Hunt. Darian Oates spin into the lane, right hand off the backside. Foul whistled against Sturm, his second. Bluefield's third team foul. Hearing Oats at the line for two. His first too strong. 13:42 to play here in the first. (16-11) Bluefield. Columbia International trailing by 5. Bluefield basketball as White races up the left side. Back into the hands of Rhodes. Now up top finds McKinney. Pass poked away. Here's Jeter off to the races. Contested lay-in falls for Jalen Jeter. His first points and Columbia International's first made basket in almost 3 minutes. 13 minutes to play, first half. Elijah White along two. Clanks off the backside. Driving in and laying up is Will Kelly from the left side. Lenore Ryan transfer works his way into the scorebook and draws CIU within one. White, left arc three ball, off the mark. Battle for the board, Wysong dives on it. Will be a jump ball. It goes CIU's way. (12:25) first half, 16-15 Bluefield. Caleb Hewitt checks on for the first time today in the place of Elijah White. Hewitt, grad student out of Hickory, North Carolina, averaging about 5 points a game. Donovan Martin has lost something. On the opposite end of the floor. Possibly an eye contact. Everyone looking around. But White will walk back onto the floor in his place. But now White walks back off as Bluefield makes a change. (12:20 to play, first half. 16-15. That's Sage McClellan into the ball game. Right elbow jumper good for Will Kelly. He's got 4 and CIU has the lead for the first time. 17-16 CIU, 12 minutes left. Foul underneath. It'll go against Wysong for the block. Lob over the top, stolen in midcourt by Kelly. 3 ball from Jeter, too strong. Hunt saves it, but back in the hands of Bluefield. McClellan over to Bullock for 3. Too much. Davis knocks it down. It's 19-16 Rams. Bullock from three-point range, too strong. Out for Weissong in the corner. Bullseye, timeout, Bluefield. Columbia International, a 12-0 run in the last 3 minutes. CIU leads it 22-16. We'll be back on the CIU Sports Network. (22-16). CIU over Bluefield, but the Rams of Columbia International, that is, have stormed back big in this one. A 12-0 run for CIU over the last 3 minutes. As Columbia International has sunk 5 of their last 6 shots. That 12-0 run over the last 3 minutes is great, but the scoring drought for Bluefield even larger. That one spanning over 4.5 minutes without points. Out of the Bluefield timeout. Here's McKinney at the free throw line. Shot off the mark right side. Rebound battled for and won by Christian Howard. Kelly, top of the key three. And set an offensive foul on a moving screen against Christian Howard. His first, and the 4th team foul against CIU. Danny Alford returns to the floor for Bluefield in the place of McKinney. Bounce across for Alford, a bit too far in front of him. It'll escape away, the 4th turnover of the first half for Bluefield, nearly midway through. 10:20 to play before the break. Kelly nearly lost the dribble. Now underneath for Howard. Into the paint, pump fake once. Christian Howard sneaks in his 3rd bucket. Howard's got 6, and CIU goes up by 8. McClellan, free throw line pull up, too strong. Weissong, left side, triple. Brinson back into the ball game here for Weissong. Heathcock into the game for Davis. Also good to see Donovan Martin return. Had to get a new eye contact after he lost the previous one. He'll take the place of McClellan. (27-16) CIU. White's pass nearly gets away. On the floor, won by Martin. 15 to shoot for Bluefield, but Martin will step out of bounds, back sideline. Bullock. Baseline handoff for Alford. He puts it in from the right side. 27-18 CIU. In front by 9. 8.5 to play first half. Brinson, left arc three. Too strong. Pass picked off by Causey. Up ahead for Brinson. The launch for Heathcock and the rim rucker. DeAnthony Heathcock slams it home. Baseline foul on the shot from Martin. 7:46 to play first half. CIU right now in front by 11. Foul will go against Bryce Causey, his first. Columbia International's 5th team foul as Donovan Martin steps to the strike. First one too strong. If you're just joining us, Columbia International has taken over this ball game on a 19-2 run over the last 6 minutes. Martin misses both. With 8 minutes left first half, CIU's lead sits at 11. Howard left elbow. Causey works out of the corner. Here's Heathcock. The triple, too strong. It'll be CIU basketball. 7:16 to play in the first half. Bluefield brings on Caleb Morgan, the sophomore out of Bluefield, West Virginia. Brandon Hunt also back into the ball game for CIU. Jalen Brinson works his way back right side of the front court. 7 minutes to play first half. Pull-up floater from Causey, bounces off. Rebound, Bluefield. Sturm slips. Heading to the basket. A foul whistle. Not sure where the foul can be here. No one touched him. He slipped on his own accord. And the foul will be DeAnthony Heathcock's second. That puts Sturm at the line. So they continue to take care of that slippery spot on the floor. You dive into the AAC preseason poll. Columbia International came in at 3rd out of the 13 teams. Bluefield 11th. The Rams early on 2-2 in AAC play for Columbia International, a perfect 4-0. Keep in mind, of 13 teams on the men's side, the top 10 will make the AAC tournament. Looking ahead far away, it seems like, but it'll be here before you know it in March. Of course, the conference tournament each and every year up at Kingsport, Tennessee. Meadowview Conference Center. Sturm at the line for a pair with 6:51 to play in the first half. He knocks down his first. Heathcock and Brinson will check aside as Davis and Wysong return for CIU. Sturm sinks both. It's 29-20. CIU, 6:49 left. Wysong, cross-court pass for Darian Oates. Jab step drive. He draws the contact. Foul will go against Morgan, his first, and Bluefield's 4th team foul. Darian Oates knocks down his first. A graduate guard out of Goldsboro, North Carolina. Averaging 13 points a game coming in along with 4 rebounds. Two for two from the stripe goes Darian Oates. And it's a 31-20 CIU lead. 6.5 to play first half. Davis corrals the miss. Up the floor. Underneath for Causey. Back outside. Step back 3 ball from Davis. Off the mark left side. Bluefield rebound. Left elbow J from Martin. 31-22, CIU, 5:40 to play first half. Corner jumper, too strong from Alford. Darian Oates takes the lane, off the glass. Darian Oates with an early 5 points, and CIU leads at 33-22. Bullock loses his dribble. Up the floor for Causey with a slam. Officials timeout. Taking care of a spot on the floor by Bryce Causey. With the slam dunk, extends CIU's lead 35-22. Causey and Davis to the sidelines here for Reed Warga and Will Kelly. 4:38 to play first half. 35-22 CIU. Bluefield needing to snap its offense into a rhythm. They've made just 2 of their last 12. The lob backside for Alford. Shot not there, putback isn't either. Reed Warga, left wing 3 ball. Too much. White runs into traffic, and a blocking foul whistled underneath. Reed Warga will be the guilty party, his first. Will be International's 7th team foul. 3:55 to play first half. Sends Elijah White to the stripe. 6 of 9 on the season. White's 1-1 off the mark. Oates, cross-court pass for Kelly. Underneath, Brandon Hunt, middle for Weissong for the slam. 37-22, a 15-point lead for CIU. .325 left first half. McKinney, dish over for Bullock, top of the key, 9 to shoot, now 7 for Bluefield. 5 seconds, Bullock, step back, a long 2, that drops. 3 minutes left in the first half of 37-24. CIU lead. War got a Weissong underneath for Hunt. Fouled. He'll get 2 at the stripe. It goes against Morgan, his second. The 5th team foul for Bluefield. Brandon Hunt steps to the line. His first too strong. A junior transfer from Bethel, Indiana. 6'9", 210 pounds as Hunt. Finished with a season best, 9 points in 18 minutes in the win over Tennessee Wesleyan. Brandon Hunt knocks down the second, and he'll exit with Heathcock onto the floor. 38-24, CIU in front, 2:49 to play first half. Three ball from McKinney. Will Kelly, right corner 3. Nylon. 41-27 CIU, 2 minutes to play first half. McKinney at the top, airballs it out. Minute 57 to play before the break. Columbia International in front, 41-27. Their largest lead in this one has been 15. Warga from the corner, too much. White into the lane, through traffic, layup, bounces off. Howard up the floor for Brinson. Tries to feed Howard in the post. It's knocked loose. Stays with CIU. Elijah White to the sidelines, as will Reed Warga. Bluefield welcomes on Donovan Martin, Columbia International, Jalen Jeter. Minute 24 to play first half. Brinson's pass deflected. McClellan up ahead, but first Martin steps out of bounds on the back baseline. 1:06 left first half. Rob Rhodes returns for Bluefield in the place of Alford. (41-27). CIU 1:06 left. Brinson, a screen from Howard to the top. Bounce underneath Heathcock on the baseline. Jeter loses it. Bluefield up ahead, McKinney to the lane, floater, rolls out. Bluefield shooting 35% here in the first half. Columbia International 61%. Kelly, right elbow Howard to the basket. Christian Howard with a team high 8. And that leaves 10 seconds to play here in the first half. 43-27 CIU. 5 seconds now. 4. McKinney, top of the key. Bullock to beat the buzzer. Left short, and that'll take us into the break. Well, Columbia International makes 5 of their last 7 shots to close the first half. Meanwhile, Bluefield is held scoreless for the final 2 minutes and 42 seconds, missing each of their last 4 shot attempts. That heads us into halftime with CIU in front 43-27. We'll be back on the CIU Sports Network. Back with you for the second half inside the Moore Fitness Center for AAC men's basketball on the CIU Sports Network. Kate Crenshaw with you on this Tuesday evening. Out of the break, CIU in front of Bluefield, 43-27. A 16-point lead for Columbia International. Long two launched for McKinney. Too strong. Back in the first half, Bluefield shot just 33% from the floor. Columbia International, meanwhile, shooting 63%. 17 of 27 was CIU. The pass underneath for Heathcock, knocked away. It'll stay CIU basketball, 18 on the shot clock. 30 seconds gone by here in the second half. Causey skips a pass underneath. Causey now a jumper to beat the shot clock. White the rebound. Martin, the fadeaway jumper, too much. Brinson, bounce across for Oates, now down low for Howard. Heathcock, too much. Back out for Brinson, second chance points off the mark. Still no scores here in the second half. A minute and a half in. Layup blocked and tipped in the air by Brinson. He bounces ahead for Causey. CIU still in front, 43-27. Columbia International 0 for 3 from the floor to start the half. Foul on the floor, take away the made basket. It's going to go against Christian Bullock. That's his second, team's first. One of 3 Bluefield Rams with 2 fouls. Bullock, Morgan, and Sturm. Heathcock underneath, has it knocked away. It stays with CIU, 15 on the shot clock. Anthony Heathcock tonight, 6 points, 2 rebounds. The senior forward. Darian Oates, right corner 3, too strong. Martin to the baseline, bounce it back up top, stolen away. Darian Oates, right hand layup, and that's your first score of the second half, over 2 minutes in. The teams had started a combined 0 for 7 from the floor before Oates put away the bucket. He's got 7 on 2 of 5 shooting. Underneath, Martin the jumper, too strong. Offensive glass, grab by Rhodes. Now in the hands of Alford as he looks for an outlet. The lob left side taken away by Brinson. Pull-up jumper, too strong. Long rebound saved by Heathcock. Opposite end is White. There to lay it up and in. Injury timeout opposite end for D'Anthony Heathcock, who took a hard fall trying to save that basketball. His back ran into the bleachers. Brandon Hunt checks on for CIU in Heathcock's place. Hunt, free throw line, sinks the jumper. Brandon Hunt's first made basket of the afternoon, the Williamston, Michigan native. He's coming off a season-high 9 over the weekend against Tennessee Wesleyan. With a made free throw, Brandon Hunt has 3 tonight. Opposite end is Martin for 3. He knocks it down. Donovan Martin, the Danville, Virginia native. (47-32). CIU. Howard inside the circle with the left hand. Brinson steals away the pass. With the right hand goes Jalen Brinson. A graduate guard out of Orlando. Brinson extends CIU's lead now 51-32. Foul underneath. It goes against Causey. His second, team's first. Wysong, Jeter, and Davis all check on in the places of Brinson, Causey, and Howard for CIU. Bluefield basketball on their own baseline. And an offensive foul whistled on the near side. It'll go against Rob Rhodes for a push-off to create space between he and James Davis. His first, team's second. James Davis will tend to shoot. Kicks in the corner, Jeter. Baseline feed for Wysong, stolen away by White. Columbia International in front, 51-32. Step back three from White. Too much. Jeter there to snag the board. Floater from Davis falls along the baseline. 53-32. CIU 14-30 to play. Pull up from Martin, rattles in, and Donovan Martin adds to his team, leading now 9 points for Bluefield. Hunt, low post, turnaround, right hand, connects. Bullock backs himself into the corner. Three ball lifted, too much under it. 55-34, Columbia International. With under 14 to play, Wysong soars in and is fouled. Rob Rhodes will pick up his second personal. As Johnny Wysong steps to the line. Wysong's first trip this evening, one of two on the season. First one left short. Caleb Hewitt back into the ballgame for Bullock and Bluefield. Meanwhile, Darian Oates will head to the sidelines. Will Kelly, a sophomore out of Belmont, North Carolina, into the mix for CIU. Second free throw from Wysong rattles through. Handoff pass. A mistake. Back out of bounds off of Bluefield. It's CIU basketball. Sturm into the ball game for Hewitt, who immediately walks back off the floor. CIU possession. Jeter, right wing, too much. 56-34. CIU leading Bluefield in AAC play. Martin at the elbow. Looks at the jumper. One hop, two, and off. Loose ball. It's out of bounds off of CIU. They'll put 19 on the shot clock with 13:06 to play. White struggles to get it in, goes back to Sturm. In the corner for Rhodes. Off the hands of Alford, nearly lost it. Now has numbers. White a floater, too strong. Second chance points for McClellan, not enough. Rebound is on the ground and a foul whistled underneath. It's gonna go against Bluefield. It should be against Rob Rhodes. His third. .12:43 to play in the ball game. It's 56-34. CIU. Will Kelly, three ball, not on target. White soars in, loses handle out of bounds. It'll stay with Bluefield, though. 23 on the shot clock, 12:16 to play. Down by 22. Davis knocked. White takes a hard hit heading to the basket. From James Davis, that'll be his first. Team's second. Heathcock back into the ball game for Brandon Hunt. Bluefield basketball on the baseline, 12 minutes left. Inbounds pass, tipped up. Sturm recovers. Goes back ahead for White. He can't finish the layup. Jalen Jeter on the other end, the elbow jumper, bullseye. 58-34. Timeout, Bluefield. Columbia International in front by 24. Under 12 to play. We'll be back on the CIU Sports Network. .11:39 to play. It's a 58-34 Columbia International lead. Bluefield basketball out of their own timeout. Sage McClellan along the left side goes up top for Bullock. Bluefield's missed each of their last 5 shots. They haven't scored in almost 3 minutes. Pass underneath, taken away by CIU. Heathcock up the floor for Brinson. Corner, Jeter 3. Skips off the front iron. Columbia International in front by 24. Bullock, right wing 3 ball. Off the mark. And a foul whistled underneath against CIU. Jalen Jeter with a push underneath. His second, team's third. Lob over the top, hauled in by Alford. A foul at midcourt will go against Heathcock for a push. Heathcock's third, Columbia International's fourth. Mid-range jumper from Morgan skips off. Columbia International hauls in their 34th rebound of the afternoon. Christian Howard, a team leader with 9. He's one shy of a double-double. Zach Everly 3 ball, too much. A foul whistled on the rebound against Bluefield. And it will go against Sturm, his third. Bluefield's fifth. Sturm heads to the sidelines. 3 fouls and 4 points. CIU basketball up by 24. Heathcock, baseline jumper, skips off. Warga the putback off the window. His first points of the afternoon. 60-34. Columbia International in front. Floater from White, left short. Brinson, top of the key, triple. Too strong. Loose rebound, still on the floor. It's knocked around. Martin picks it up. Bounce ahead for McClellan. Layup. Knocked out, last touch by Bluefield. .46 left in the ball game. It's 60-34. Columbia International. Heathcock at the free throw line. Right side, Everly for 3. Skips off. Back up top, Brinson has his pocket picked by Bullock. Bullock opposite in, blocked off the backboard by Heathcock. Ahead for Brinson. Pull-up 3 ball, off the mark. Columbia International ahead 60-34, 9 minutes left in the ball game. White from the left side. Elijah White with the bucket. He's got 4. A player who came in averaging 18 a game. He's had double figures in every action he's seen this season. Season low of 12. Right side, Brinson for 3. He buries it. Jalen Brinson now with 7 points. His first made triple of the ball game. 63-36 CIU. Baseline jumper sinks for Alford. Kelly looks at the triple. Nylon. Timeout, CIU. 66-38, Columbia International, 8:15 to play. We'll step aside and be back on the CIU Sports Network. $8:15 to play, 66-38, Columbia International. The Rams doing a solid job defensively today. They've held Bluefield to just 30% from the floor. They've made just 3 3-pointers. And as of late, Bluefield has sunk just 2 of their last 12 shots. A moving screen opposite end is going to go against Bullock. That's his third. 8:04 to play. It's 66-38. 5 Rams on the floor. It's Reed Warger, Christian Howard, Zach Everly, Darian Oates, and also the first game minutes today for Jackson Inman. His third game of the season for the sophomore guard out of Crossville, Tennessee. Warga. Now into the corner. Everly for 3. Too strong. 7:40 to play. 66-38 CIU. Outside, Morgan the triple. Too strong. Warga the rebound. Everly's pass taken away by Martin. Transition foul whistled. Inman picks up the personal, his first, team's 5th. Donovan Martin at the stripe, the junior out of Danville, Virginia, transfer from Chowan University. Martin is actually coming off a season low, 6 points in the loss to Johnson. Here tonight, he's getting a team-high 9. And the free throw takes him into double figures for the 5th time this season. Oates around a Wysong screen. Howard low post underneath. Warga reversal. Reed Warga's got 4, and Columbia International climbs in front, 68-39. Dribble lost. CIU the takeaway. Oates out for Warga. Underneath Howard, wide open left side. 70-39 CIU. Bluefield has scored just 12 points here in the second half. Martin launches from the perimeter. And Donovan Martin's got 13. He and Alford, the 2 leading scorers tonight for Bluefield. Alford's got 9. It's a 28-point lead for CIU. Oates, too strong. Howard corrals the miss. Bounce in for Inman. Flies in with the left hand. Count it and one. An opportunity at a three-point play for Jackson Inman. Caleb Morgan picks up his third. And the seventh team foul for Bluefield. James Davis back onto the floor for CIU in the place of Darian Oates. Also, Connor Higgins will check on for Columbia International as Christian Howard heads to the sidelines. A double-double for Howard, 12 points, 10 rebounds. Higgins gets his first game action of the season. Inman completes the three-point play, and it's 73-42. Columbia International, 5:45 left. White into the paint. Shot up, off the mark. The follow-up from Alford's there. Alford into double figures with 11. Wysong's lob off target, back out of bounds. Bullock around the top of the key screen to the low post. Stops, feedback out for Alford. Jumper left short, he'll get another crack at it a little bit closer. This time it's off the left side. Now 18 of 58 is Bluefield from the floor. Jackson Inman the triple. Bullseye. Jackson Inman with a season high 6 points. And it's a 76-44 CIU lead, under 5 to go. Martin can't respond opposite end. Warga loses his dribble out of bounds, a turnover. Well, Columbia International today has shot 55% from the floor. Sunk 6 three-pointers and gone 8 of 11 from the stripe. Columbia International's also won the rebound battle 44-25 to date, with 40 of their 76 points coming from the paint. Jumper from Alford left short. Morgan Davis bringing across the timeline. Inman, left corner. Too strong. Step back three from Elijah White falls. White now with 9 points. Davis around a Higgins screen to the basket. Shot left short. Fadeaway J from White not there. Davis snags the miss. Wysong nearly lost it. Grab back onto the basketball underneath for Higgins now. Right hand turn around for the big man. His first collegiate points for the Eastover, South Carolina native in Higgins. 78-47 CIU, 3:15 to play. Martin, spin move off the glass. Timeout, Bluefield. 3:07 left. 78-49. Columbia International will be back on the CIU Sports Network. 3:07 to play. 78-49. CIU in front of Bluefield. Inman outside Everly. 3-ball off the front iron. Clock rolls under 3 minutes now. Bullock into the paint. Trips up. Foul goes against Inman, his second. Team's sixth for CIU. Sage McClellan back into the ball game now for Martin. A 78-49 CIU lead. Hewitt looking to go up top, jump ball. Possession will go to CIU. 2:38 left. Vlad Malavrazic checks on for CIU in the place of Higgins, who exits with his first collegiate points. As a true freshman, Higgins 1 for 1 from the floor. Davis, top of the key, 3, bullseye. 81-49, Columbia International. 2:20 left. McClellan drives, shot off the mark, a late whistle will send him to the stripe. It goes against Warga, his second. Columbia International's 7th team foul from here on out. Bluefield will at least be shooting 1 free throw. This is a shooting foul, though, as Sage McClellan steps to the stripe. 2:09 to play here in the second half. First one falls. Ashir Keene and Asani Ambo both step onto the floor for Bluefield, each of their first game minutes tonight. Keene played 2 minutes over the weekend against Johnson. Both sophomores from the U.S. Virgin Islands. A 30-point lead for Columbia International. Everly, left corner 3. Bullseye. A minute 50 to play. It's 84-51 CIU. That's Keene, the mid-range jumper. Not on target. Back out of bounds. It stays with Bluefield. 19 on the shot clock. 142 on the game clock. Jump ball on the baseline. It stays with Bluefield with a minute 37 to play. Everybody for Columbia International has played tonight. All but one has scored. Ambo looks at the long 2, clanks off the front iron. 90 seconds left, and CIU sits in front 84-51. Everly back up top for Davis. Everly, left side 3-ball. Left short, Malavrazic the rebound. Goes back up with the right hand and knocks it through. Malavrazic with the lay-in. And now every Columbia International Ram that's played tonight, everyone on the roster has scored. Underneath, Hewitt the fadeaway, too strong. 86-51, CIU, 50 seconds to play. Everly from the left corner. Pinball's out. 38 seconds left now. McClellan on the other end drives. He's knocked down and fouled. 36.3 seconds remaining. 15 different CIU Rams have scored tonight. Columbia International shooting 54% on the evening. They've held Bluefield to just 30% from the floor. McClellan's first free throw left short. As Bluefield is 6 of 11 from the line. While 15 Rams have scored, just to put something into perspective, only 7 Bluefield Rams have scored. Second attempt left short, Malavrazic the board. 5 seconds separate shot clock from game clock. In the corner for Warga for 3. You betcha! 89-51 CIU. A blocking foul whistled against Warga with 19 seconds to play. We'll put Caleb Morgan at the strike. When you look ahead on the schedule for Bluefield, they'll be a participant in next week's NEI Showcase, or should I say later this week on the Showcase, Saturday and Sunday. Bluefield Saturday take on Weber International. On Sunday, a really tough NAI opponent in Freed Hardiman, consistently a ranked opponent there. Meanwhile, Columbia International will be in that same tournament but play Friday and Saturday. Friday against Indiana University Kokomo and Saturday against Cumberland, Tennessee. CIU tonight, a double-double for Christian Howard. He had a team-high 12 points, going with 10 rebounds. Will Kelly added in 10 points to the mix as 15 different Rams scored tonight. Not to mention Johnny Wysong tying his career high with 9 as well. An 89-53 victory for CIU. Columbia International with the victory improves to 6-1 on the season and stays undefeated in the AAC, a perfect 5-0 start in conference action. Meanwhile, for Bluefield, they fall to 2-4 on the year and 2-3 inside conference play. The next time Columbia International is at home, well, it will be a while. You have to fast forward to December the 12th against Tennessee Wesleyan. That's over 3 weeks away. But when the time comes, we'll be here on the CIU Sports Network for you on December the 12th, the next men's basketball game for CIU. Well, for our entire CIU Sports Network crew, your final score one final time. CIU 89, Bluefield 53. I'm Kay Crenshaw telling you to remember to smile. We'll see you next time, and good night.